Hello there, welcome to our week where we talk about our spirituality. Yes, we are dual human beings. Ah, yes, thank you so much. Um, our topic for today is your mandate to revoke the enemy's letters. Your mandate to revoke the enemy's letters. Last week we talked about how can you love God and hate others. So it is all about our mental status, the way we process our thoughts that are guided by the higher self, our spiritual self, those divine principles of truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice. So that's why we are here. So that way we can learn to align our thoughts with these divine principles within us. My name is Judith, and I am your spiritual psychologist. So today we are here to talk um, briefly on this topic. It is very crucial at this time that we wake up, we begin to notice and have a purpose of our lives here on earth. We have to start, drifting away from that self centered or selfish ideologies and start putting other people, first, putting our nations first, being patriotic so we can care for everyone, not just some people. For far too long, the world has been, run by a few people or some people who claim to control everybody and their resources. So making them look like they are now demigods while everybody else worship them. But this has to come to an end because you are a visionary. You are a visionary called to undo this concept, this scheme that was drafted or crafted by these few who are ruling the world or controlling the world, because it's not about rulership. Rulership is when you align with the divine principles. This is about control, where they are controlling the world and they come up with strategies to keep everybody under them. Yes. So today, I'm going to say or start with this statement that you are a visionary called to undo, reverse, and cancel the schemes of darkness. Your voice, your pen or keyboard, your money or your stick. I know our Amazonian people understand when I use the word sticks. I don't want to use all the other, so you know what I mean. They all of these tools are required right now. So whichever one you have in your hands to wield, now is the time to use it wisely, to use it and be intentional about it so you can bring freedom to Amazonians. You can bring freedom to Africans. You can bring freedom to the world. You were born in such a time as this. So No more time to be afraid. No more time to, to doubt yourself. There is no time to, look at yourself like, oh, I can't do this. That's already doubt right there. So it is time for all hands on deck so we can move this generation of Amazonians to the next phase. We should live in our own land, to live free and rule ourselves and dictate our own uh, um, you know uh, principles on how we want to live in our land. Every Amazonian should have this vision at this time of the struggle. It's been 9 years. It's been 9 years. And that nine has a meaning. Whether you join in the 8th year, you're being here on the 8th year, it all has a meaning. So it is time to stop sitting on the fence, to stop being a hypocrite, being a coward, being, those intellectual slaves, who use their education to continue to, um, destabilize their people. You went to school, but school did not pass through you. And we see that they are using the same tools, the same strategy. The West, they're using the same strategy, but now they're using it. It is just the same thing, doing it in a different way. But the strategy stays, the concept stays, to control and dominate Africa, to control and dominate Amazonia, to control and dominate the world. So, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for at this time? We are already on the seventh month of the year, 2025. As I said earlier this year, it's a year of justice. It's a year of manifestation. It's a year where you see good and evil. They are fighting for good to prevail, and good must prevail. Good must prevail. You can see them fighting so hard, fighting so hard. So you have to be that visionary. You have to see with your mind's eye. You have to really be involved to change this narrative. Okay? So, who is the enemy? The enemy are those who distort and suppress the truth. Those who distort and suppress the truth. We are founded in truth. Truth has to materialize to become things, to become people. Truth is people. It's you, a human, it's a person. Because when you embody all the aspects of truth, then you become that truth. And that's what the people of Amazonia are doing. You are becoming truth because you are being shaped, you are being molded during this process of Amazonia freedom. You are being molded just like truth that has 4 stages. It goes through truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice. So the justice there is what the manifestation of things. That what was going on in your mind, the thoughts that you have, the desires that you have, they are manifested for people to see. And through who? You. So you are the truth. You are the conscience. You are the righteousness. You are the justice. If you sit there on the sideline or you work with the oppressor, then you are doing yourself a disservice. That's what you're doing. Either knowingly or unknowingly. That's what you're doing. So the enemy is the one who distort or suppress the truth. And who are these enemies? Number one, Yes, we always call the West. They came up with this grand plan from time immemorial, huh? To dominate, to control the world and everything in it, be it humans, be it resources and everything. They are number one. The second enemy, oh, the puppets. You have puppets in Africa. These leaders, African leaders. You have some in Europe. You have some in Asia. You have some in the Middle East. You have them in America. You have them. These puppets that are being used to execute this concept of control and dominance to the world. You see that? They sat, whether hundreds of years ago, and came up with this idea or concept how they're going to control humanity and the natural resources. And from generation to generation, this plan is being implemented. So, how did it come about? Words, letters. That's why we say your mandate to revoke the enemy's letters with S, plural. So these letters you form, they have what? They are energy. They have energy aspect to it. The letters, they came from where? From within. How do they come out? Because of that energy force that they continue to mount. And from generation to generation, these concepts, they still stand. They just change the name and the title, and sometimes the strategies and the implementation, but it is the same thing. The purpose is to control and dominate the world. And so they go around, they train these puppets in Africa, in Asia, in the Middle East, in all the Americas, in Europe. They train them how to implement this destructive, inhumane strategy or concept. They put it in place. And then our people in Africa, the leaders, they got there. That's why you see when they appoint a leader or a leader is being elected through their own scam and fraud, the first place that they have to visit, either visit Europe or America. You see that? Europe or America, they go to get more lessons. Huh? So that's why you see sometimes when I come here, I said all the education that our leaders they get, most of them, um, excluding our Amazonian leaders who are in this struggle 24/7, all the other leaders, African leaders, and all of them, except the Sahel, the three Sahel, yeah, but you see them going around wherever the West, they snap their fingers. They are there running like a chicken that the neck has been cut off. And you are going to another president to go get lectures on how to rule your own country. You know? So those are the oppressors. And then they take these lessons and then they go to their own countries, their various countries, and then implement them. They also this president, they also have hired uh, 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 um, their own people in the cycle to continue to implement this strategy, and they don't even care if it is their own people, because all you want to do is to please the foreigner, is to please the West, to please the oppressor. Your people are suffering in your own continent, in your own country. You don't care, but you want to please the foreigner, you want to please the oppressor, the colonizer, the imperialist. You are very happy to please your oppressor. History has shown us time and time again how these people don't like us. They are there for their own interests. But our people don't learn. They don't learn even now that so many things have been exposed. Some leaders still in Africa continent, they don't learn. We saw them a few days ago. Was it yesterday? 5 of them, how they were humiliated at the White House. Huh? How they were humiliated. Because you don't see no worth in yourself. You don't see no worth. So why will somebody else not treat you like trash? And then you go out, you're grumbling. You're grumbling for what? Who told you to leave your country in the first place? A leader, a president of a nation. It means you're not independent, right? That just shows that you are not independent. So they can control you at any time. Come here and you come. Choo choo choo. You see? So what is the enemy's letters? Again, letters have, they tend to form words, and these words now they come out to form things. They come out to form our character, and character makes up a man or a woman. Your character, because of what? Your thoughts, your letters, your words that you use, it can make you or mar you. So to know your character, when you are there in your inner world, in your inner thoughts, your mind, how you are processing thoughts. If you sit there and there are things sitting in your own mind that you don't want to process, every day you are going, hey, today yes, tomorrow no. Today love, tomorrow hate. That's why the topic of last week was, how can you love God and hate others? It's because you are stuck. You are still struggling to even know who you are. Huh? Because when you look at those leaders who came to the White House, those 5 leaders, you look at them from the time that they came to power in their countries. What are they doing? They are always running around looking for money here, asking for loans here and there. But there are resources, natural resources in your countries. The 3 Sahel nations have shown you that you can use your resources and develop your countries. No, you don't want to learn. All you want to look is for the oppressor outside. You see, the inferiority complex that you have, that is inferiority complex. That you cannot use your own mind to strategize and how to develop your country, to give your people all the necessary tools that they can live well in their own countries. No, you don't have no clue. So who put you a president? So we know who put you the president in that country. That's why you're always going to answer yes, sir, to your masters. Yeah. So words have meaning, they have power. There's that energetic stigma in them that when they come out, they start to form things. They start to do things, you know. So these people sat over the centuries and they came up with all these strategies. And today we see them in every generation. We saw slavery, we saw colonialism, we saw neocolonialism, imperialism, and now democracy that is demonizing every part of the world. Democracy, demonizing every part of the world today. That evil has risen like never before. And now we have the fight of good and evil. So it is your time to rise up. Your time to rise up. We on this platform, we don't believe in an outer God. I don't believe in an outer God. God is within you as you. So you are the one to align with that God within, that knowledge, that higher wisdom, that higher self that speaks to you, that shows you things in your dreams. That is your higher self. Listen to it, align with it, and you will do great things. You will do great things. And people ask me, oh, you say there is no God and all of that. Your God that your religion told you that is coming from the sky or is sitting in the sky there is none. If there was, all your prayers and fasting in this revolution in Africa, then Africa and Amazonia will not be what it is today. So I say categorically, God is you as you. The moment you align, I have given us a framework like, just this simple technique. Do the breathing exercise 7 times. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out 7 times. That's 7 lapses. And just calm yourself down, because while you're doing the breathing exercise, breathing there is just to clear your mind. That is what they call meditation in yoga. You clear your mind. When you clear your mind, you can ask this question: God, are you in me or are you up there in the sky? You will get your answers instantly. My people, I'm not making this up. If you want to believe me, fine. If you don't want to believe what I'm saying, that is your choice. That is your choice. If a white man comes and tells you, oh, that many of you will be running all over the place, but since it's your own sister that is telling you, are looking at me like, ha, 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 ha. You see, they brought religion and they are there keeping you so you can go further away from the truth. The truth that you and God, you cannot separate God from you. You cannot. You cannot separate it. Gone are those days in my youthful years that I believed in those things. I read them, I fasted, and I prayed until 2018 when everything changed. And I saw the light, as you will say it. I saw the light. Yes. I can ask any question that I want through me, my higher self, and it will give me the answer. That is the good thing about spirituality. Religion, you have to go pray and be waiting for a mediator or a savior to come. But you are the savior. Spirituality is about you stepping into that shoes, stepping into that place, that void, filling it, and take control. That is your mandate. No God coming from the sky, no Savior that is resurrected and sitting somewhere that is coming to save humanity. It nowhere. You are the one to take this as your own vision. This is your mandate to go and revoke all the schemes of the enemy that has been in place for hundreds of years. Time to stop playing religion. Time to stop playing politics. Time to stop playing tribalism. Time to stop playing all that your high education, all those big grammar talk. Time to stop it. People are dying. Amazonia children are dying. Amazonia children are being destroyed in the streets of Boya, in the streets of Bamenda, in the streets of Victoria, everywhere. In Cambe, all of that. Your children are becoming druggies. They are becoming zombies. They are being used for rituals. It is time to stop this game that we're playing out here. The little change that they are dropping on your hands, La Republic giving you those crumbs. My dear brother or sister who is doing that, you know the enemy, you don't play with them. If you don't deliver, they take you out. Huh? So times are changing. Times are changing. You are the one to rise up and step in to this place of darkness. The darkness there is the confusion. The darkness there is the war. The darkness there is the determination of La République to swallow Amazonia. That they are bringing in the French ambassador of whatever that is coming to control their country, and he's going to visit Bamenda and all of that, putting on our traditional regalia, acting as he's one of us. Hypocrite. Hypocrite. So it is time to open your mind's eyes. Time to open your mind's eyes. We cannot go and have an Amazonia where our children are all destroyed. Huh? Scary things are happening in Amazonia that were never there, because these people have strategized to make sure that there is poverty always, there is scarcity always, there is lack, there is doubt, there is fear in your people. So they continue to take your resources. And once all of this is happening, because you are busy, you are now in the survival mode, trying to survive. So people will go sell their souls, sell their spirit, sell their everything just to get crumbs. They will turn to snitch on their own brothers who is fighting so hard to liberate them. So we see the same strategy that they use. We see the same strategy that they use in the African continent. Huh? The 5 African presidents who came to the White House, they're still in Washington here. Huh? And 5, the number 5 in numerology, it's a powerful number. It symbolizes power. 5. It symbolizes power. I'll show you the 7 spirits of the mind, or the 7 ways of thinking. Here, number 5 there is what? Power. Just above the spirit. So when they bring up, divide those numbers before they will invite all of Africa. There were 54 presidents that they will come and go to this summit. But now they're breaking them now in small groups. A group of 5. 5 symbolize power. So what are they telling you? They are just diminishing your own authority and power. That we are the ones who have power over you. That is what that number symbolizes. We have power over you and control over you. Besides their military bases, they can just snap their fingers and you are there within minutes, because you're coming to get a chicken change of a few $1,000,000. When there are billions and trillions of dollars under your soil, Burkina Faso, they gave their statistics, their report on from 2023 to 2025, what they have made from the sales of gold. 18 billion US dollars. 18 billion US dollars. You, this African president that you are running all over, when they call you America, you come, you go to Europe, you come. Have they ever given you even $1 billion? Huh? You go here, they carry maybe $5 billion gift to 54 countries. You go and share and you are jumping. That is somebody in Burkina Faso, just in 3 years or 2 years. They have made $18 billion from gold sales alone, just gold, not including other minerals. Those Amazonians that are there to sabotage this revolution of the freedom of Amazonia, that you're collecting those peanuts, crumbs from La République, the gold that are under your soil, the diamonds, the gas, and all of that, the timber, all those things that can develop Amazonia within 2 or 3 years. That's Burkina Faso. But you are there busy collecting crumbs. The chiefs, the funds, the politicians, the educated ones, who claim those intellectual slaves. Huh? While your people are suffering, are dying with, you know, diseases, with all the poverty, with all the accidents that the lives, because the roads are not constructed. Huh? No good road network. People are dying in their numbers, and you are busy collecting crumbs just to prepare for them to hold their election in October. No election in Amazonia. You, those traitors, blacklegs, and sellouts, no presidential election in Amazonia. None of those your election, whether parliamentary or whatever. We, the Amazonians, we have said Amazonia belongs to Amazonians, bona fide Amazonians. So those of you who are parading yourselves as Anglophones, huh, go to French Cameroon and leave Amazonia alone. Go be your Anglophone over there. Leave Amazonia alone. There are those who have come to that realization that Amazonia is a free country, a sovereign nation. So all of you working with the enemy, huh, trying to impose and implement their strategies and their institutions in Amazonia, this generation said no. Enough is enough. Time to get out. Okay? Time to get out. So, what was that divide again and conquer? 5, and then you call the next 5 presidents and they will be running with their head cut off like chicken. Huh? To come and answer, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ah. So, what are you revoking? You are revoking these spoken and written words, because words have power. The energy continue to vibrate. And that's why we see them succeeding from generation to generation, that they continue to enslave people because of these written words. Because they write them in their constitutions, they write them in their foreign policy, their economic policies, they write them there. These words, the letters that form words to come and cause chaos and destruction to humanity. We have to rise up. We in this present dispensation have the mandate to rise up, to revoke these letters. Okay? So, the process of thought to manifestation, how your thoughts are being processed. I have always shown us that whatever we see out there, like what they call the law of reciprocity, you know, what goes in your mind is what you reflect out there. So, what we are seeing at the home front in Amazonia, in Africa, in the world today is what these people wrote, and they imposed it, they implemented it, and we bought that, and we grew up believing in those things because they taught them in our schools, they taught them in our churches, in our mosques. We believed in those letters. So it is time to revoke them. That is what makes you God. God is the ability to revoke and change your situation. If you cannot do that, then you are just a mere human being. You are just a mere human. If you cannot change or revoke your situation, you are just a mere human, and people will control you in that human consciousness or mode. Okay? So, truth that is distorted or twisted will keep people in darkness. That is that place of um, where people come up with these conspiracy theories. They come up with all these negative strategies and concepts to control. So you continue to be there because the same people will act as if they want to do good to you, but at the same time they are hurting you. They are destroying you. You see that it is a place of darkness. So you got to come out. What do you want, Amazonians? Those of you who are still standing on the sideline, who are still trapped in this darkness, what do you want? Are you going to stay in that darkness, in that place of hypocrisy, indecision? Are you going to stay there? Or are you going to come out? Are you going to come out and give yourself some freedom and save your generation? This generation, the ones unborn and the ones present, are you going to do that? Because it takes love, it takes selflessness, it takes, that self-image, that you see yourself like deserving all of this. And so you got to get involved. You got to be intentional for you to change these things. It is not just that your thing, that some people will change it and then you jump in and say, oh, Amazonia is free. No, you got to be involved. Everyone, all hands on deck. Whether you are writing on the keyboard, whether you are using your voice, whether you are using your money as they are drafting tomorrow for Manu County, come and draft with your money. That is what you are doing. That is your mandate, to revoke the enemy's letters. That has cast a spell on us from generation to generation. You got to break that spell with your money. Go and draft Manu County tomorrow. Those who are using their grammar to write, go and write and sell the Ambazonia story out there. We see them. Have you visited the Independentist online paper? Online, what is it called? Magazine or Tribune? Go there. You see people who are really using their grammar. Huh? Those who went to school and school went through them. Go there. Go display your intellectual capacity over there. That way, some of you who are sitting on the fence or believing in that La République and one indivisible Cameroon thing, maybe you'll be enlightened when you meet your colleagues who can write grammar. Huh? So, you are God, a visionary, positioned to stop the enemy in its trap. It was for such a time as this that the power of your pen, your voice, your money, or your stick is needed. So the fighters, ASA, nobody should change your mind when you made that decision that you are fighting to liberate Amazonia and liberate yourself. Nobody should come and deceive you to go surrender to DDR. DDR there, they are all broke. They are crying foul. Those of your colleagues who went there, they are crying that if they had known. So nobody should come and deceive you. Okay? So I challenge you. I challenge you to pick up your pen, raise your voice, dip your hands deep in your pocket, and pick up your stick and fight with a purpose. That is what visionaries do. They fight with a purpose. And the purpose is to free Amazonia, a sovereign and independent Amazonia, where everybody have their own fair share People are treated with respect and dignity. People are responsible to take care of themselves and their families, not begging money from politicians and broke people who are there collecting crumbs. That is what you should do. It is your mandate, and rise up and fight like never before until freedom comes. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Have a wonderful day. We are going to the APP meeting right now. See you there. Bye.